Hi guys, this is Chris speaking, and I am talking to you today as a pioneer, as community builder, as a visionary, and speak to you as our community who can relate to being the colorful paradise bird in the neighborhood. I don't talk about being a black sheep because that's not how it is described correctly, but being the colorful sheep or the paradise bird captures it way much better, because that's who we are. That's what I always see when I interact with you guys, that you can relate to this, that you feel sometimes that you're the one having the crazy alternative thoughts within your neighborhood, within your community, within your family, possibly even. And today I talk about how we can make good use of that in regards to creating or expanding on our financial freedom. Because in order to expand and see our wealth, our investments, our money grow and expand, we need to think and act against the grain. Usually it works like this. And I'm speaking also as a crypto educator, and let's take this as an example. But again, we can always expand on that and see this also in other areas, maybe education or nutrition or business. Yeah. And we saw it this year when Bitcoin rose to 124,000, which was the last all-time high. You could see that there was a lot of euphoria, people talking about it. You even were starting to begin to read about it in mainstream media and also on social media, which is quite interesting because the people or the institutions who own social media and mainstream media and everything else, they did everything so far to warn you against, or warn you that the freedom the blockchain is giving you is very dangerous. You rather stick with BlackRock banks, which they all are, no matter what names they carry, what logos they put on the outside. And they made sure that mainstream is afraid of the technology, the blockchain technology. And that always changes when prices are up. Yeah, because this is the moment when the mass is manipulated in a way to then buy, to then jump on the wagon. And then you see media outlets and even influencers asking for 200,000 Bitcoin price, for 500,000 Bitcoin price, for even 1 million. There is no limit to the numbers they will throw at the people who want to hear about them. And this is also the reason why most people lose in that game, because they're coming in and the prices are on the top. What happens once prices have reached the top happens to all the small investors. They are on the roller coaster all the way down. And once prices are down, they are not specifically far down right now. It's interesting how a 90,000 US dollar price is considered a reason to be a very bearish all of a sudden after we hit a price of 124,000. Yeah. So that we don't even really have a reason to be totally bearish, but the fear and greed index, an interesting index I'd like for you to watch, is always representing the sentiment and the feeling, the emotions within the market. And all the influencers who claim to be independent always just mimic what this fear and greed index does. And once courses are going down, then everybody is fearful and everybody is like, we need to get out, this is dangerous, sell, 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 sell. And so the masses are buying FOMO buying, fear of missing out buying, while courses are high. And then courses go down again, which is what they always do after being high for a while. And then they sell on the way down, or when we're very far down, then everybody sells. They are left with a loss. This is how the overwhelming most part of people are doing investments. And this is also why people are afraid and don't want to interact with the blockchain technology, because this is what you hear, this is what you see, and this is what BlackRock wants you to see and how it wants you to behave. Yeah? What we do is the opposite. And this is how I get back to the beginning of my talk, why it is so good to have been the colorful paradise bird amongst a herd of gray ducklings. Because I'm used, and you're used to being the weird one in the neighborhood. You are famous for having crazy ideas and following up on them. And that's very good, because if you want to succeed in this money game, which is so important to become and maintain freedom, you cannot be really free if you don't have financial freedom. It just doesn't work that way. And in order to create financial freedom, we are investing, we are behaving, we are thinking against the grain. So when courses are down, everybody's afraid, everybody is selling. This is when we invest. We had the Black Swan event on the 10th of October this year, where within some minutes, actually, hundreds of billions of US dollars were wiped in a coordinated illegal attack to manipulate the prices. And everybody, there was so much fear and people being afraid. This is when we bought a substantial amount of Ethereum. Yeah. Right now, we can see that the sentiment, there's more fear right now in the market. People say it's all over, bull market is over. Did you know that Trump media, Donald Trump and his sons, they bought several thousands of Bitcoins worth 100 million or something? I don't know exactly the sum, but a big, large amount of Bitcoin they bought. They already bought Ethereum worth several hundreds of millions of US dollars, that I know for sure. So why do you think it is that everybody is afraid and tells you to not go into crypto? It's dangerous, it's a scam. But Donald Trump is investing. Does this guy know something you don't? You and I don't? Is there a high probability that courses and rates are going up? The value of Bitcoin is going up? What do you think? And you see how we cannot act upon emotions, but we need to be, and that's interesting coming from me, but in regards to investments, we always have intuition, and we follow our intuition. That's the base of how we set up our life in order to follow that. But there's a difference between intuition and emotions. We don't follow emotions. When it comes down to investments, it's interesting for a family like us who does everything so freely. We don't have any rules. We don't go to school, the kids. We travel everywhere we want. We are free. So we don't have a lot of strategy at all in the way how we live our life. But if it comes down to investments, this is the one area where I run numbers, where I do risk calculations, where I do the math and do projections. Yeah, we still have our intuition that is guiding us, and we had it several times actually already, where the numbers all were very promising in a specific field or company we wanted to invest in, but our gut told us, no, don't do it. And our gut is always right. But it is very important that we have been working for decades to be super clear and have a distinction, realize the difference between emotions and intuition. Yeah, and we also have emotions. We are not free from that. If our portfolio goes up in value, it feels awesome, I tell you. Yeah, and if prices are going down, which we experienced a lot this year, especially in the altcoin sector, and with some projects we invested in there, this doesn't feel good. You want out, you want to get away from this. But we are so aware of this and are managed to control these surface emotion in a way that they do not rule our behavior. We are not clicking sell because we're afraid, and we don't click buy because we're excited. It doesn't work that way. We work always the other way around. Yeah, of course, we buy stuff and invest into things that have good tokenomics, that have promising data, good team behind it, good marketing, and they solve a problem. I'm not interested in meme coins or any of that, buying JPEGs or NFTs that are worthless. We are only invested into companies and projects and coins that solve actual problems we have. Yeah, and we became good in identifying those on a low price, while nobody talks about them, but everybody is shitting on them. While people say this is dangerous, this is all a scam, leave it all alone. Yeah, and being the paradise bird who always does crazy things is a great asset in that regards, because I'm not fazed by it. I don't care what mainstream does. I do what we feel, what our intuition tells us, and what the numbers tell us. Yeah, and so I'm aware of these emotions. We have emotions ourselves. We know this from other fields. We went to Costa Rica 2010. We had 3 little babies and we were pregnant with number 4. We didn't have any money. There was no place to go to. We didn't know where to sleep. I didn't know how to make money. We didn't have parents who could support us. Yeah, so this was very dangerous. It felt dangerous. I wanted to stay within the cage of the Western society, promising us to feed us and give us shelter. Yeah, that is what my fear and our fear would have told us, to stay in England and stay in Europe in the safe westernized systems. But our intuition was very clear, telling us, no, this is not your way. And so we were, even though we were afraid, we were doing it anyways. And as an investor and business owner and somebody who dares life, somebody who's challenging the status quo, somebody who is, or as a family, together with Katie, I'm always doing this together with Katie, when we feel that we need to challenge the status quo and we need to, in order to maintain or increase happiness, freedom, wealth, we need to go this route. Nobody's going that route. We are going this way. So this is what I am talking about today to you. So you can create more freedom and also more wealth. And the financial field is just so important. Guys, there is no freedom without financial freedom. That's just how it is. And I wish more freedom, especially for you, for our community who is spiritual minded, alternative thinking, values family, values nature, connection with nature. And we need more financial freedom. These people need more financial freedom because we do good with it. And with the, with the way you are being the paradise bird, it really, you benefit from this in regards to doing good investments, because they are against the emotions, against what everybody else is doing. We always do the opposite of what everybody else is doing, and invest into things that nobody wants to hear about, that are important that solve problems, that help our children, that help the healing and support the healing of the world. These are the projects, these are the things that we are interested in, that we put energy in, money, attention, life force, to help them, make them grow. And while doing this, create an enormous amount of profit. And we are gifted with the rewards of doing that. And I was sharing some of these insights with you today. I hope you gained some information, some inspiration here from this talk. Visit us on our website. For me, it's always very important to bring you over to our website, because what I'm sharing since 17 years on YouTube is controversial. We've been shut down several times. I don't like the censorship. I don't like to give somebody the option to control us. That's our entire life. So this is why we are communicating through our website and our email list. Nobody can censor us there. So please join our email list, get on our website. You can subscribe there. We have free trainings for you guys, especially now in this field that I feel is so important, the crypto and DeFi field. Free workshops, also paid support groups, one-on-one support. And with that, I want to end, guys. Love you so much. Talk soon. This is Chris here from the Caribbean. Bye-bye.